Last session we looked at, we can use a simple range function and convert it into a list, right? If you remember, list and then range, and let's say something like this. So this will give you a simple list, right? A simple list of numbers. And the coding effort here is very less, correct? But my question is, can I create a nested list using something like this, or do I need something else? See, you have to again use the components that have been taught already, right? There is this module random. And once you know that there are functions that can be used inside, it should automatically click, right? And I also showed you this list comprehension. Now tell me, what can we do? Can I use this function somehow?
Sir, we could use random choice and use the and we could create use another for loop to get numbers from that list and create another list for that.
Yes, yes. You're right. You're right.
Then append it in the list.
Correct. And we will be using list comprehension now. We have to use list comprehension. Abhi normal for loop. Let's take a pause. We will use something like this, right? जो मैं यहाँ पे दिखा रहा हूँ. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So whatever you spoke of, for loop, append, instead of doing all of that, we'll just use simple list comprehension. And please do think very closely by using something like this and by using something like this. How can I start creating lists more randomly? First, nested list को छोड़ देते हैं. Tell me, how can I use this to create a simple list like this more randomly? Using random choice and a combination of list and range, can I create list more randomly?
Could you please explain the question once more, sir?
So for example, if I run this code, every time I get the same output, na? Same output. What needs to be done so that every time when I run this code, I get a different output? First, what I'll do is, instead of values hard-coded as absolute values 1, 11, what I can do is keep the starting point as 1 and make this slightly more dynamic. And let me also specify what do I want to select. For example, if I put, let's say, something like 5, 10, and let me show you outside first. Let me take this outside. So do look that every time when I run this, it is able to give me an output which varies from 5 to 9.
Yes, sir.
So essentially, it's working on the same principle that there is a collection of values given to the function random choice. And out of that collection, it is able to extract one item at a time. Right? And look at this previous code. There was a collection given to it earlier. Yahan pe. Right? This one, sorry. And the collection was a list of 2 numbers, 2 text values, sorry. And out of these two items, it is extracting one item every time the code is run. Now apply the same thing down below, where instead of giving a list, what am I giving it now? I'm giving it a range of numbers, integers value from 5 to 14. Right? Range 5, 15 means a collection of numbers from 5 to 14. And out of that, it is doing one random selection every time the code is run. So far, so good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And now I can just put this inside list range and just look at this above line. Here the endpoint was defined as 11, but now I have made the endpoint as dynamic. Right? I now will get a different value every time the code is run. So let's change this to 15 and let's run this. So in this execution of code, it is giving me values from 1 to 13. And if I run this again, so same code, but run again and again gives you different output.
Yes.
It's more like a jugaad again. It's more like a jugaad. And there are dedicated functions to do exactly like this only, but it's more like a jugaad. And I'm trying to teach you to build on what you learn. Okay. Whatever you have learned so far, like this, you start assembling things and then you learn something. And then you can later ask, is there a better way to do all of this? Is there a better way to do all of this? And that is where I can introduce something new also. So you can really appreciate that maybe this is a workaround. This may not do well for all situations. So let's go and learn a more specific and relevant function. And that is where random sample can come in. Right? So random sample will give you from a collection, let's say collection like this, 5 to 14, a smaller sample. And I can just mention what is the sample size I want. Right? So from this collection of 5, 6, 7 till 14, I want a sample of 3. I'll write 3. And that's it. And I can keep on running this again and again. It will give me different numbers, different 3 numbers selected from 5 to 14. And this looks more cleaner, right? It looks more readable also compared to what you have. It's making sense, right? So you are able to generate a list of numbers dynamically. Earlier, even in the beginning, we were doing manually, all values being fed manually, 11, 23, whatever, randomly. Then I said, let's start using something like this. But this has no randomness, right? This has no randomness, which is where we move to this. And then more officially, we move to this. And this only asks you define the collection, and from that collection, how many values you want to extract. And I can make this collection even broader. For example, I can say, let's make my collection minus 500 to 1000. And then in that broader range, let me select 3 values randomly. Okay, and in some instances, it will also give me negative value. You can see the negative value also coming in. So imagine the number line, right? All of you know what number line is. Imagine the number line, and you basically expanding your selection range by mentioning something like this. And in that selection range, you are picking 3 numbers randomly from any place. So that is what this random sample function does. And you can define the sample size as 3, or you can define it as 10, whatever you want to do. So this starts giving us a list of random selected numbers.